On this week's episode of C'est la Vie, we check out a modern and contemporary office space situated right here in Harare, Zimbabwe. Up next, we catch up with multi-medalist Paul Bako and explore his journey in the fitness world. We'll then round up our journey and flock over to one of Southern Africa's largest bird parks. So, don't fly away. You don't want to miss this. Only on C'est la Vie. When you think of an office space, a modest setup may come to mind. But gone are the days of bland and boring. Modern office designs are shifting from closed to open office designs that have a profound impact on the happiness, productivity, and creativity of employees. This office space is no exception. Welcome to C'est la Vie.
We believe in being environmentally friendly, and that's the core and focus behind each and every piece of architecture here. The motivation behind it, I would like to believe we also want to use it as a marketing tool. So, quite, a big place. A lot of the structures that you'll find in here are teak wood. We have to take down trees. Some of those trees, we decided to actually use them in our very designs to make sure that, these trees don't go to waste. So this tree of life, as you can see the structure behind, I always look at it and, I'm inspired to do more here. The lighting in the room has a lot to do as well with just having a very, very friendly environment. And we decided to invest in our lighting a lot. We want our things to be state-of-the-art, the same way we deliver our work. We try to be as colorful as possible, but you'll find it's not necessarily yellow. We were leaning more to gold. And with that gold, as we all know, it's a very precious stone, and we took the color and said, well, let's try our best to be winners. And if we are going to be winning, we have to remind ourselves every day as we walk into the office. The other colors are blue, which is one of the core focus. Water is life. Green is also a color that represents, growth. We try our best to incorporate colors that have to do with nature. Open working plan. I would say that one of the key things these days is you would want someone to be in an office, and that conventional, traditional office is a thing of the past now, I have to say. You can bounce off ideas to the person in the next room. The key focus was just to have a space where we are creative. We don't want to restrict ourselves. We don't want policy where, you have to knock at the boss, you have to see the reception. We try our best to be just as free-flowing as possible.
The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the long-awaited return to the office is here. So it's never been more vital to create smart workplaces that attract and retain top talent. Well, employees need a workplace that stimulates creativity, collaboration, and communication while also reducing stress and anxiety. It can get tiring spending all day in the same spot, so flexible workplaces offer a much-needed change of scene or fresh perspective during the workday. Privacy booths, shared desks, and collaboration rooms can diversify the workplace and be the tonic your people need to boost their mood. Biophilic design is huge right now. A green workplace has the power to boost moods, performance, and wellness in your workspace. It's based on the premise that humans have an innate need to connect with nature, and that when this connection is made, it results in better health, concentration, creativity, and workplace performance. Natural materials like wood or stone can bring a raw aesthetic to your workplace, invoking the natural environment and bringing texture and contrast to traditional office design. Think bright and comfortable sofas in your lounging areas. The idea is to make the workplace as relaxing and stress-free as possible. Maybe you're disappointed because it seems like you aren't getting the results you want as fast as you'd like. Or perhaps you're tired of fighting with your body day in and day out. Well, everyone feels this way from time to time, but it's the way you deal with this feeling that makes all the difference, and what ultimately separates those who achieve their goals from those who never quite make it.
1, let's go. 1, yes. 1, let's go. Power. 2, tension. 3, let's go. 4.
That was steamy. Welcome to this episode of C'est la Vie. We are going to catch up with Paul Bako so that he can tell us more about this fitness journey. Man, can I hold my breath or what? Let's find out.
My name is Paul Bako, also known as the Nero Effect. And ever since I was a child, my dad used to always encourage me to read, and he would make me read like these really big books just so that he'd be like, my son, you need to know things. In university, my grades started drooping a bit, and I was worried about that because I wanted to really do well. So I found this book called Convict Conditioning, and it talked about how people in jail train because they don't have weights at their disposal like that. So they need something to train to be able to protect themselves. So in there, they talked about calisthenics, which is like a discipline that uses body weight to train. And I was sold. So I started practicing calisthenics then, and from there, practiced yoga too. And it's been a story ever since because I got my degree, like my grades got up. And at some point in time, I started working for NASA. I got a business management degree, by the way. I was doing a degree in business management. Yes, that's originally what I was pursuing. But after I got the degree, I worked for NASA for about a year. And then I realized, no, fitness is my passion. I got shipped from different family households. Like, tell this boy to get out of his crazy. Why would he leave something that's good to venture into the unknown? But if you look at this is what happens when you venture into the unknown. Huh? So yeah, people were not very receptive to the idea, but I told them either you're with me or you're against me, but you're not gonna stop me. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's about when it comes to life and fitness, because when it comes down to fitness and your health, right, no one's gonna do it for you. Mm-hmm. No one's gonna come knock on your door like, let's do this. No? Even if they do, if you don't put in the effort, you won't see the results. So from there, that's where it all began. My family wasn't too receptive, but now everyone's on board. Every single time you think of giving up, that giving up element is you letting go of yourself, and that's how your mind goes away from you, or that's how you let go of your mind. So the idea is always, whatever you do, don't give up, and by not giving up, you gain control of your mind. Is bodybuilding a dying sport? To understand what dying is, we have to understand what death is, and death is the absence of life. Now, is bodybuilding absent of life? I don't think so. Bodybuilding is still very much alive. I've been competing in bodybuilding and fitness competitions for the past 4 years, and they've been getting better each time. And it's instances like this when we talk about the exposure of them, when we get people to get in on it, when we get people to come through and support, when we get people to come through and compete, because no one's asking you to do anything. You just pay your registration fee, and then if you've worked your body hard enough to win a trophy or a title, you'll get it. So bodybuilding is not dying so much as it is. People are not just paying attention to it. But should they pay attention to it, its life is going to be vibrant because we're headed to the future of fitness, and fitness is where the future is headed. Now, tips for fitness and how to make yourself a stronger person generally. First and foremost, like we said, it starts in the mind. Get your mind in check. Do what you say you're going to do. Don't create cognitive dissonance for yourself. Don't say one thing and do another. Don't say I'm going to train this year and then you don't train all year. Don't say I'm going to quit starch and then you continue the starch. Whatever you put your mind to, do it, because that's where fitness starts. Fitness is you're saying what you're going to say, doing what you're going to do, and thinking what you're going to think. Those three things have to align. When those three things align, your fitness is on its way to where it's going to be. Now, the next thing you have to think about is, how can I have a system that allows me to train? Some people can't afford gyms. Sometimes gyms are too far. You have to train with what you've got at home. So you have to find anyone who can give you some tips and pointers, even YouTube videos. The idea is to start. You will never get the results from the work you didn't do. So start doing the work to get the results. If you want fitness to be your thing, you have to put in the work. And once you put in the work, you reap the benefits, and the benefits are innumerable. No one can tell you how much you can get from being well. But I'll tell you this, everything in life is energy. Money is energy, because whenever anyone pays you, whenever anyone gives you money, what they're saying is whatever you do with that money is going to expend someone else's energy. So when you train, you're increasing the energy for yourself. This is why they say health is wealth. So if you really want to be a wealthy person, start being a healthy person. Increase your energy and see if your money, your relationships, everything in your life, it gets better. And with that, I'd just like to say, take care of your mind, take care of your body. You've only got one of each. If you lose them, who knows what happens next. Be blessed.
Birds highlight freedom and might even inspire you to fly high, metaphorically of course, and bring out the true potential of your life. This is because until you spread your wings, you'll have no idea how far you can fly.
You know the old saying, birds of a feather flock together? Well, not in this case.
Here at this bird sanctuary, they have over 180
different types of birds cohabiting together and 2.5 thousand birds in total. Now, don't fly away. You don't want to miss this. This is the bird life, darling. Welcome to C'est la Vie. Hello, Monya.
Hi, Majita.
What's up?
Welcome to the bird park.
Exciting. Okay, and like you said, 180 different types of species.
Yes, 180 species.
And do you know all of them?
I do.
Okay.
The person who started this bird park is just a person who loves birds and he loves conservation, not just birds, but all animals. So that's why you see we have fish, we also have some duikers. If you are lucky enough, we'll see some duikers in here. So it's just conservation and education. If you see those birds with the little ducklings, they're called white-faced whistling ducks. They're indigenous to Zimbabwe. So most of them are wild birds. They just come in, they lay their eggs, they're happy to breed.
And who is the owner? Or is he mysterious?
A passionate bird lover.
A passionate bird lover.
A passionate conservationist.
Okay.
These are called turacos. We have turacos and we have guinea fowls. Crested guinea fowls. They're somewhere at the back here.
A turaco.
Turaco. Turacos make up at least 18 different varieties. This one in particular is called a purple crested. Get lots of them in Harare. They're indigenous birds. You might have seen them in your gardens, just don't know it. Very. They all have this red underneath the wings. You only see it in flight. Yes.
Oh.
So
They like people.
this one likes people.
Is it going to like
He won't bite.
clad in deep purple, blue, green, and olive washed with pink. This bird is known for feeding on fruit and clambering acrobatically through riverine, woodland, and savanna thickets. Just be careful though, its friendly nature is sure to tug at your heartstrings, darling.
All right, the thing is, the actual collection started some 22, 23 years ago with 2 of those white-faced whistlers. We do have our own, but most of them are just fly-ins. They come here because it's a safe zone for them. Plenty of food, plenty of water.
Okay.
Yes, so some 20-something, 22, 23 years ago, that's when the collection started. We opened to the public sometime 2019, end of year 2019. And then we had COVID. We had to close. So we haven't been running for for a long time. But the sanctuary has always been here. We've always been working with birds, taking in rescues.
So I could bring my own birds here?
Yes, as long as it's a rescue. We rehabilitate, we release back into the wild, if they are fit enough to go, of course. And there are different kinds of parrots. So these ones in particular are called macaws, but even the macaws are different. The green one is called the military macaw, and then this one is called the blue and yellow macaw. They are from South America. So they are fruit eaters, and they can crack macadamia nuts. If you know how hard your macadamia nuts are, these macaws crack macadamia nuts, so you don't want to be bitten by that big. They are very affectionate birds, as you can see, rooming each other.
This one looks feisty. He's chasing this one.
He is. It's called Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi is the blue and yellow. Generally, it's the green one, the military macaw.
Military macaw. The military macaw is a parrot that gets its name from its predominantly green plumage, resembling a military parade uniform. It is native to forests of Mexico and South America, and though considered vulnerable in the wild, it is still commonly found in the pet trade industry.
So these macaws, like other birds, but macaws specifically can see color which we cannot see. It's UV light. You can see UV light. So it has been suggested that it's how they spot ripe fruits when they are flying over the canopy. Ripe fruits will be glowing. We won't see that, but they can.
Do all the birds have the same diet?
No.
Tell us more.
Different type of birds have different diets. Like spotted cranes in the wild, they will be eating grains, seeds, millet, and then some rodents, insects, all sorts, roaches, and so forth. And then these swans, that's a black swan. Black swans have a different diet. They are grazers, mainly grazers. So if you see like the edge of the ponds, they are the ones who spend most of their time just eating the grass. So we have those. We also have meat eaters. You see we have pelicans over there, which are fish eaters. And then we have fruit eaters. So all these different birds have different diets. So these are Caribbean flamingos or the American flamingos. Get them from the Caribbean islands, Florida, Miami.
Caribbean flamingos. These large-bodied birds with long necks and small heads are known for their bright pink or crimson plumage. These Caribbean flamingos are by far the brightest and one of the largest of all the flamingos. But did you know that flamingos are not born with their beautiful pink plumage? Nope. This color comes from the carotenoid pigments they consume as part of their diets. Another interesting fact is that both male and female adult flamingos provide their young with a type of milk called crop milk.
These ones are called emus. EMU. Emus are from Australia.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Don't try this at home. So we give them veggies. They like veggies, but just like they eat vegetables, fruits, insects, and even small rodents. Yes.
You bit me before.
Southern ground hornbills, or as we call them in Shona, the Dendera.
So like the Dendera king?
Like the Dendera kings, yes. It's a local bird. We get them in Zimbabwe and all across Southern Africa. If you see this one with the blue on the neck, that's the female. That's the only way you tell them apart. the blue on the neck. Otherwise, everything else looks the same. Even the eyelashes. You can see they both have very long eyelashes.
Let's check out the silvery-cheeked hornbill. Males and females have a large, creamy-colored casque on the top of their bills. All hornbills have a casque, which is a hollow structure on the top of the bill that supports the bill and enhances vocal cords, which is unique to this type of bird. Did you know that male and female birds form a strong bond and share parental care of the offspring? And female hornbills build a nest in a tree hollow before blocking it up with mud pellets created by the male and will remain in the blocked up hollow until the chicks fledge. The male then provides food for the female and the chicks and will make up to 24 visits every day, which can add up to 1,600 visits over the entire nestling period.
This is a vulturine guinea fowls, not our usual ones. These are from East Africa. So that's Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. That's where you get these ones.
And the bald head?
That's why they are called vulturine, because they look like vultures. So this is the grey crown crane, which is the national bird of Uganda. Some call them the dancing cranes because of their courting dance, as you can see what he's doing now. Doing his little... So it's even on their national flag, and their national team, I'm sure it's called the Cranes of Uganda.
How exotic, how exciting. I definitely learned a lot about the birds that are here. I felt like I was out of this world. Definitely out of Harare or Africa for sure. Munya was the perfect guide. You have been watching C'est la Vie.